In today's video, we're going to be having a quick look at the Govee Flow Plus Lightbars. We're going to be running through a setup and installation of the lights, and if you stick around till the end, I'll be showing you how to integrate them into Home Assistant. Check it out. What's going on, guys? I hope you're all doing well. Full transparency as always then. I was given this product for free by Govee for the purposes of the video, but I was never paid, there was no money exchanged, so everything you see in this video are all my own personal thoughts and opinions. So with that said, let's get on with the video. So if you didn't know, Govee are a company that specialises in smart home lighting. They create a wide range of different lighting options, so you've got indoor lighting, outdoor lighting, lighting for your TV, lighting for your gaming setups, and even lighting for your car. The products that they create are generally pretty unique and stylish, and often have a very modern and futuristic feel to them. And the product we're looking at today is of course the Flow Plus Lightbar. It's recently become available in the UK and you can pick it up for about £65. The Govee Flow currently comes in 3 different models. Now each model has its own set price point and has different internals for actual connectivity, but the actual light bar and all the other features are the same. The cheapest of the 3 is the smart light bars, and these connect using Bluetooth and they don't offer the ability to communicate with the Amazon Echo. Next up we've got the Flow Plus. These work with both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and also work with the Amazon Echo. Using the Amazon Echo, you'll be able to use your voice to actually control the lights, turn them on and off, and change the colours. And the last and most expensive is the Flow Pro. The Flow Pro features a camera, and this camera can be used to track what's on screen and display the output as colours on the light bars. Again, all 3 of these have that beautiful ambient light bar, and the only difference between them really is whether it has a camera, if it works with the Amazon Echo, and what the actual connection type is. Now let's have a little look at what you get in the box and how you set the lights up. The Flow Plus comes in a nice purple Govee themed box. The box is very simplistic and it contains all the key bits of information you'll need, and it's also very easy to open. These lights are RGB IC, which means the individual LEDs can be lit up in order to create vivid and vibrant colours and motion effects. And as I previously mentioned, they do also work with the Amazon Echo for voice control, but they also work with Google Home too. In addition to being able to control the lights with your voice, you can also control it with a Govee app and also a physical controller. Inside the box we get the user manual and a Govee card. The card's got a QR code on it which takes you directly to the download for the Govee Home app. We've then got the 2 light bars which are individually cabled and then converge into a USB-C. With the Flow Plus you've got a couple of different placement options available, so you can have it laying down flat, you can have it standing up vertically, or you can have it stuck on the back of your TV or monitor. To accommodate these various different placements, Govee provides you with a couple of different mounts. The first mount they give you is the mount that allows you to stick the light bars to the back of your TV or monitor. On one side of this mount you'll find some 3M tape which will allow you to just stick it directly to the surface. The other mount that they provide you with is the vertical mount. This will let you sit the light bar on a flat surface and have it stood up vertically. You'll also find the power supply and the light controller unit. This little controller allows you to change the colour, adjust the brightness and turn the lights on and off. It also features some 3M sticky tape to allow you to stick it to a surface. So that's everything included in the box. Now let's quickly run through the very simple and quick Flow Plus setup. So you're going to take your light controller and on one side of it you'll see a USB-C port. You're then going to take the cable from your lights and plug that directly into the controller. You're then going to want to take your power cable and plug that in. Once you plug that power cable in, you should see the lights turn on. With the Flow Plus powered on, we're going to want to open up the Govee app on our phone and we're going to choose to add a new device and we're going to select indoor lighting. From here, we're going to want to just scroll through the list until we find the Govee Flow light bars. We're then just going to select it and we're going to walk through the setup process. This process will ask us to name the device and also to give it a Wi-Fi network to connect to. And that's literally it for the setup. It's super simple. It is just a case of power the device on, connect it in the app, and then you're done. Now that we do have it set up, let's have a look at it in action, and then we'll have a look at some of the key features of the light bar. With the Flow Plus, I think there's three main aspects to it. You've got that beautiful ambient RGBIC bar, you've got the multiple methods for actually controlling it, and you've got the multiple methods for the different scenes and modes that you can put the light bar in. RGBIC allows the Flow Plus to display multiple different colours simultaneously on the same strip of LEDs. And it's these simultaneous colours that allow the lights to perform its various different effects and give it that almost liquid-like motion look. With the light controller that's attached to the light bars, you get some basic functionality. So you can adjust the brightness of the lights, you can change the colour, and you can turn it on and off. If you link your Govee account with IFT, you can control the light bars using IFT requests and also include it in other IFT automations. You can also link your Govee account with Amazon and Google to utilise their smart speakers and control your light bars using your voice. Alexa, turn off Flow Plus. If you're a Home Assistant user, you can use a custom integration to get the Flow Plus into Home Assistant. You can then control it using various scripts and automations. And finally, you've got the Govee Home app, which is available on both iOS and Android. You can use the app to connect to the light bars using either Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and in the app is where you're going to do all the main configuration for your light bars. Using the Govee Home app, you gain access to specific Govee features, so you can utilize functions such as the Effects Lab, which allow you to create and customize your own effects for the light bar. You can also use the timer to set startup and shutdown times for the light bars and create a schedule for when you want this to happen. And you can also access basic functionality like controlling the brightness of the light. You've then got the 4 different modes for the lights. So we've got the music mode, the color mode, the scene mode, and the DIY mode. With the music mode, it will use the microphone that's on the light controller and actually adjust the lighting based on the sounds that are being played. One cool thing that you can do with the music mode is you can use a device that's connected to your Govee account to actually use the microphone from that. So for this example, I'm using the microphone on my phone, so the audio that my phone's picking up is adjusting the lights. And here we've got it set to the controller's microphone, and you can see that as I'm tapping my fingers on the table, it's causing an effect on the microphone, which is again changing the lights. We've then got the color mode, which is exactly what you'd expect. You can adjust the light bars to any color that you want, and you can also adjust the individual segments to be different colors. You can then save these presets, so if you want to go back to these colors that you've created at a later time, you can. We've then got scenes, which are predefined lighting animations by Govee, so there's a few different ones that you can choose to match your ambient mood or theme. You've got 3 different categories for the scenes. You've got natural, life, and funny, and each one has its own animation type and color scheme. And finally, we've got DIY. DIY allows you to create your own lighting effects and colours, and you can save these for a later time to quickly switch to them, and you can also share them with other Govee users. This next part is specifically if you're a Home Assistant user and you want to get your Govee Flow Plus or your other Govee lights into Home Assistant. So the first thing you'll need to do before actually doing anything else is to apply for a Govee API key, and you can do this by opening up the Govee app on your phone, clicking on your profile and choosing About, and then from there you'll see an option to apply for an API key. Once you apply for a key, you'll just need to give your name and a reason for why you want to actually apply for the key. So just put something like Home Assistant Control. You're going to need that key in order to set up the custom Govee integration, and when you apply for the key, it can take anywhere from a few minutes to a few hours to actually get that key back. If you've got the key now, you'll be good to carry on. So from within Home Assistant, we're going to want to navigate to Hacks, and we're going to choose Integrations. We're then just going to click the blue plus in the bottom right corner, and we're going to do a search for Govee. And we can see the Govee integration just at the bottom there, so we're going to select that. And we're just going to click Install this repository in Hacks. And then we're going to press Install. Once that completes, we're going to need to restart Home Assistant. Once Home Assistant comes back to life, we're going to head into Configuration and Integrations. From here, we're going to want to press the plus button. And then again, we're going to do a search for Govee. We're going to select that, and it will then just take a couple of seconds to actually set up the Govee integration. Once that completes, it's going to ask you to enter an API key. So you're going to want to enter the API key that Govee sent you, and then just hit submit. If that all worked, you should see that success message, and you should be able to see any Govee lights that are linked to your account and are compatible with the integration. From here, you can then assign them to areas if you want, and then hit finish. So we can now see my Govee integration here, and you can see I've got 4 devices and 4 entities. So if we just select that, that will take me into my device list, and I can see that I've got my Flow Plus, my Flow Pro, the kitchen light and panel lights. And if I select my Flow Plus, that will take me into the device information, and I can actually see the light entity for the Flow Plus here. So I could toggle that on and off to turn the light on and off, and if I select it and go into the options, I can adjust the color and also the temperature. There isn't currently any way to set the scene or mode on your Govee device from within the Home Assistant integration, but I do know that there is some work being done on the Govee API and there will be some changes to this integration, so hopefully that's a feature we'll see in the future. For £65, I think you are getting a good product for your money. The Flow Plus looks good, it integrates nicely with your smart home, and it's got lots of different features that you can control with and without the app. And if you wanted to pay that little bit extra, you could also get the Pro version. The Pro version comes with a camera which it uses to identify what's on the screen, and then it changes the light bars based on what it can actually see. Now, that might sound a little bit strange, but it works quite well. And if you're interested in finding more information about that Pro version, I'll be doing a video soon where I compare the Pro version and the Govee Flow Plus. The only product I can think to compare this to would be the Philips Hue Play Bar. Now, the Govee bar is a fraction of the price when you compare the two. So for £65, you'll be getting 2 bars, which you can fully control. And for £110, you'll be getting 2 bars, which you also need an additional hub to actually control. So I think the Flow Plus is priced well, it's got great features, it looks good, and it's so simple to set up, literally anybody could do this. Okay, onto the things that I don't like then. So the first one is the mounting bracket. So with this bracket, you get some 3M tape to actually stick it to the back of your monitor, but I use a curved monitor, so this flat surface doesn't really work well with that. And although it does stick to the monitor, it puts it at a strange angle if I actually stick it on the back. So it'd be nice if there was like a ball joint or some kind of movable mount, so I could actually just stick that to the monitor and then adjust it freely. And the other thing that I'm not too keen on is the design shape. So it's got this kind of Toblerone with rounded edges kind of design going on. And because of that, you've got that flat surface that broadcasts the light. So for me, again, with just the design and fitting on the TV and stuff like that, I'd like it if it was a little bit more curved, just so it could beam that light a bit better. But maybe it's shaped like this for a specific reason, and maybe that's why Govee chose to design it like that. And the last thing then is the fact that you can't detach the cable from the light bar. So I don't know, maybe in a future iteration, you can actually take the cables off the light bar. And the benefit of this would be the fact that you could actually hide those cables a lot better, because you could route them through things and, you know, just hide them and make them seem more seamless. And there we go, that's the Flow Plus light bars. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop me a like. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button and ding dong the notification bell. You'll then be alerted to any future video I do. As always, a massive thank you to these awesome dudes. These awesome dudes are my Patreons. If you're interested in supporting my channel and becoming one of these awesome dudes, there'll be a link to my Patreon in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.